So we are going to pick some corn today. I've already started here in the harvester working on this field. Got a lot to do today, so I wanted to get started. Ended up having a little bit of rain overnight and into the morning, so that delayed starting on this harvest a little bit. It is just after 10 a.m. so it's a little bit late start, but I think we will have enough daylight to get this done today. I did contact the co-op there in town, and they are going to send a guy down to help me out, one of their employees, and so we're going to go ahead and pay for that. But I thought that I may need some help today, especially running some of this grain over to the silo, because that little wagon that we have there actually holds less than what the harvester holds. So I have a feeling that it's going to be slow go with hauling the grain, even though we don't have very far to go. It's just right across the property to the silo. So we'll have to see if that ends up being a bottleneck and possibly make an adjustment if needed. But we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. I did spend some of yesterday afternoon doing a little bit of landscaping work around the property. Ended up moving the existing driveway, straightening it out and shortening it a bit, and then scraped up the old gravel that was on the driveway and spread it out along the new driveway. So it looks really good. I was really pleased by the way it turned out. We'll take a look at that here in just a little while. And hopefully the co-op employee gets down here pretty soon so that we can get him to help us out. Because right now it is just me, and so I'm going to have to stop the combine here while I get it unloaded. And haul the grain over. It looks like we are nearly full here on our very first tank. I'm very pleased with the combine. This wide header is making a very short work of this field. Ooh, and there is our cutoff there. So let me get the auger out here. And we'll run over here and grab the tractor. Yeah, the case combine that we used for the barley was much smaller. So I feel like this is going to go very quickly. As you can see here, just 2 passes, or 3 passes, and we've made a whole lot of progress. You see the grass has come in just a bit around the trees, looking really nice. I'm very pleased with how it turned out after getting some of those bushes taken out. So that looks really nice. And as you can see over there, the driveway is now dirt. It is all dirt. So we're going to leave that. I believe the grass should fill it in over time. I thought about running the plow over the driveway just to loosen up the soil and break it up a bit, because I know it's probably pretty packed with all of the traffic on it, but I didn't do that. Figured I'd just leave it as is and I'll let the grass grow into it, and then if we end up placing the building over there, it won't matter much anyway. So you can see the driveway is now all dirt, and you see the new driveway down there in front of the house. So we will take a look at that later on when we're down that way. The next thing I want to do is get that cattle gap out. I'm going to have to dig it out and then fill it in a bit. So that'll be one of the next projects we do around the farm. So this is the first crop going into the retrofitted silo here, and it appears it's working out really well. And like I said, this grain cart empties out really slow, so we're going to have to be here for just a moment. So we'll let this empty out, and then we'll head on back over to the field. Alright, we got the co-op driver set up here in the combine, and oh, hold on buddy, hold on. Let me get you emptied out here. There you go. Yeah, so the co-op driver showed up as I was coming back from that first load, so we got him set up in the combine. We ended up doing a one pass off of the end down there, and that allowed a little bit of room to turn around. So he's going to work up and down this field trying to get this thing knocked out. I am able to get from the field over to the silo and back before he needs to be emptied out again. So that is working out okay. It's going to be a lot of trips over there. So as you can tell, it doesn't take much to fill it up from the harvester, but we will keep running this grain back and forth and try and get this field knocked out. Well, as you can see here, this field is nearly harvested. It has actually gone a lot quicker than I anticipated, and we didn't have much of any problem with the capacity on the little grain cart. There was a couple times we had to stop and wait, but other than that, it has actually went really smooth, much better than I anticipated. So that has been a pleasant surprise today, and the fact that we've got done much earlier than I thought is another bonus. So I think it's just after 1 p.m. so it hasn't taken very long to roll through this farm. Interesting thing that has happened since we last spoke is Cajun Larry actually stopped by the farm. He was going past and saw us out here harvesting this corn, and he pulled in and chatted for a minute, and he actually offered to sell us that old truck that he has up there at the mine. He said they are not using it anymore, and it's just a cost for them to maintain, and he thought that maybe I could use it. It's not going to be very much, so I may run back up there and take another look at it here later on this afternoon and see if I might want it. That may be a good addition to the farm. He also said that the co-op down there had an old trailer they had sitting out there for a while. I may want to swing by there and see if they want to sell that. because as far as he knows, it has not been used in quite some time. So I may do that if I end up with his truck, which I think I may, after driving it before and the price he offered it to me. I may end up getting that, and then I'll have to check on that trailer. That may be very, very useful, especially once we get to the point of having to haul this corn off. So this is it here, the very last pass. We'll go ahead and get the auger out here, and we traded off a little bit between me and the fella there from the co-op. He's he actually could run the combine better than I can. Those guys have quite a bit of experience under their belt, so he was a very good help today, and I was glad to have him here. So we'll let him pull under here and get us unloaded, and then we will probably hop in the pickup and head on up to the mine and see about that truck. Well, I bought the truck and I bought the trailer. Ended up getting the truck for about $25,000, trailer for $18,000. So we got us a nice little grain hauling rig here for not that big of an investment. So that is going to work out really well. This trailer is a little scratched up and beat up, but that is okay. It will function just fine. I really do like this truck. It drives really smooth and handles really well. So I think this is going to be a really good addition to my farm here. So we're going to head on back to the farm and grab some tomatoes. I think I need to run these down here and get those sold. They are nice and ripe, and we need to get them down to the farmer's market while they're in the best shape. So we're going to go down here and grab the pickup and throw them on there and go get them sold. Alright, just getting back from selling the tomatoes, and as you can see, the new driveway here turns in off the road much closer to the house and just comes straight on in back into the farm. And you see the old driveway has been scraped clean of gravel and it is just dirt now, so we can hopefully let that fill in with grass at some point. So I like this a little better, a little shorter off the main road, and will make having that other section available for other uses. I mean, worst case, you could plant some grass or a small little field over there. So that opens up some possibilities over here as well. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I do appreciate you all for watching. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.